Pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind.
Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's
How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business, and anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already. So you've wrangled a position in the Fabulous Five, have you? I'm fairly brimming with enthusiasm at the prospect of calling you a partner. You'd better leave me undisturbed, or my emotions might just bubble over. You've been sent after Ahu's insane robot, I understand. Do you imagine that while you're busy being crushed by that abomination, I'll manage to get through a whole drink, distraction-free?
Let your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to mind.
Bladorix! That! Ha! Quite under my spell, aren't you? Yes, my enfriending charm never fails. Me? You mean you don't recognize me? Well, you must live under a very large, very heavy rock, for I'm the finest wizard in Rivellon.
Shouting in my ear.
Yes, that is strange. Strange indeed. But it's a strange world we live in, isn't it? A strange and magical world, full of wonders and regionis regentum. Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out indeed, if I'm as good as they say I am. You'll have sprouted a pair of long purple ears in the next hour. Ah, how I do love a tasty aubergine in summertime.
Tell me.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't
Ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt.
Oh, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
Greetings, traveler. And may the immaculate conduit's myriad blessings cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation? What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring. You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye. She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess. Ah, for this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way. Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that
Shouting in my ear.
we'll have none of that, you hear?
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met or matched one sort.
This town has seen better days. But despite it all, we'll always have the sea.
I'm telling you, a necromancer must be at work in Seal. How else do you explain risen dead sprouting like mushrooms in the night?
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans than I have in any given place in Rivellon. All of this earth is my home, for a few days or even but a few hours at a time, that is. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city sieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't. For you and for me. Because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Seal, no, that's a sad story. Elegant homes.
We'll have none of that.
Greetings, so...
Whatever happened to that troop of eager
Oh, my
imbeciles
good man.
sent to the north?
Drink, if you please.
Do I see?
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
what, exactly? Oh, thank you for leaving me be, you old cat. Oh, you think you can speak that way to us? Well, besides saying I've got my...
Sightseal isn't so bad on a quiet day like this.
Welcome to the Town Hall of Sightseal. Mayor Cecil is waiting for you inside.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city... Where, my elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sightseal, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sightseal through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed. What? Oh, you mean Sightseal? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such, sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Sightseal. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure. An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sightseal is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sightseal's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle. What now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if his name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sightseal harbor. You can talk to the staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. Ah, you see, when a lady and a... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the... That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sightseal. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Marvelous. What? Oh, yes. This library is the My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine. And she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please.
Demonology for dumbbells.
Kajtinor.
I need something
Brief
more
history,
advanced.
still in the name of Amun-Hur. I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be well. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hur, dear Cecil, he raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard.
Demonology for dumbbells.